Hey, everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. I had a request to present on the topic of maintaining certifications. And I think that this is a great topic because I think people often struggle in the safety profession knowing which certifications matter the most and where they should spend their time, money, effort, etc. So I'll get into this just a little bit. And I would say that there are a lot of different organizations out there that provide different types of certifications. So as an example, maybe I start off a little differently. There's a preference a lot of times for a college degree, and they're in a lot of ways easier to earn than ever before because classes can be taken 100% online. Whether it's Columbia Southern University, a program like Edmonds College in Washington, they have these fantastic certificate programs, associate degree programs, bachelor and even master's degree programs, and in some kind of a safety study. So obviously the education is a preference, and it also opens the door to certifications that you maybe aren't eligible for unless you have some kind of a degree. So I would say that first off. And a lot of times when we see requests for credentialing for people, it's very common that we see either a college degree or an OSHA 500 or a BCSP certification. I'll talk about those too. So another area that people can get certified is through the OSHA training centers. And I think most of the time, I don't know if it's always, but most of the time, these training centers are associated with a university, such as the University of Washington and many others around the country where they offer different OSHA training courses. Everything from the OSHA 10-hour and the 30-hour, which are very much available in online courses now, but then your OSHA 510s, 511s, 500s, 501s. These are training programs that you take in person at a training center, and most of these certifications expire. They have to be renewed on a some kind of a schedule. Now, if you're like a many people in the country and you're coming out of the oil and gas industry, the organization that is recognized the most in oil and gas, or maybe I should say is most common, is the NCCER, which is the National Center for Construction Education and Research. And this is an organization that has a number of different certifications and pathways that are very common. You see certifications like the Construction Site Safety Orientation, or the Construction Site Safety Supervisor, or the Construction Site Safety Technician, CSST. These are very common certifications that are very well recognized in the oil and gas sector. But as you leave and go into other sectors, they maybe don't carry the same weight, which takes me where I was hoping to go, and that is the Board of Certified Safety Professionals. I would say, hands down, and again, I'm leaving out a lot of different other training entities that the World Safety Organization, there's so many different other groups that offer different types of certification. But I would say that the universal certifier is the Board of Certified Safety Professionals. And they offer a lot of different certifications, starting with the site safety trained supervisor, both general industry and construction. That's kind of aimed more at your supervisors, not necessarily your safety specialists or your safety professionals, but your people in supervisory roles. And then general industry, the OHST or the CHST in construction, those are certificates or certifications, I should say, that are not dependent upon a college degree, just eligibility by experience and role. And then you have certifications like the Associate Safety Professional, the ASP, or the Certified Safety Professional, CSP, that require a degree to be able to be eligible for them. And I would really encourage people, especially in the construction space, which is where we spend a lot of our time, to pursue that CHST if you don't have a degree, and the ASP or the CSP if you have an associate's in safety, a bachelor's in anything, and the CSP if you have a bachelor's in a safety related study. So, that's what I would encourage people to do is look at what's available out there, identify the things that are going to get you the most mileage, whatever that looks like. I would say that requirements that everybody should have: current first aid, CPR, AED training. I think everybody in the safety profession should have that one. Some kind of an OSHA cert, an OSHA 30, an OSHA 510, even if it's expired, OSHA 500. Ideally, like I said, some kind of education, and then another BCSP cert. I think that really rounds somebody to be highly marketable. And then I can't emphasize enough, many of these certifications require you to maintain continuing education units, CEUs. And too many times I've seen people go through the effort to study for and then go to a testing center and take a test to be certified as a CHST or a CSP. And at their recertification in 5 years, they didn't track their CEUs and the certification expires. I discourage that so much. Don't let that happen. Do whatever you can to maintain your CEUs. And I can tell everybody this one thing: if you work in the profession, you get 2 CEUs a year. If you're an ASSP member, you get 1 CEU a year. If you volunteer for some kind of a committee, it could be AGC, ASSP, either a chapter role or a society level role, you get a CEU right there. So if you're an OHST or CHST holder, then you've achieved your 4 CEUs per year just by doing that. If you're a CSP, you need 10 more hours of training a year, 1 more CEU. And you can get that through any number of different trainings, attending ASSP chapter meetings. It might be going to some specific training course. It might be going to Safety 2025 this year, whatever it might be. But, I really discourage people from allowing those certifications that they worked so hard to get to expire because they didn't track their CEUs. So hopefully you find that helpful. If you have questions, send them our way and we'll do our best to answer them. And we'll see you next Wednesday.